Hey everyone, I want to talk to you about the belt of truth. And I was thinking this week about that. And in the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, it talks about the armor of God and the different pieces of armor that we want to put on and be equipped with to withstand the little crap that the enemy tries to do to us, and throw these different things in our face to knock us down. But God again has equipped us. He's given us those different pieces of armor to explain to us how we can be ready for battle and to stay in the good fight of faith. So what the Lord was showing me though about the belt of truth is that when you put on a belt, I just instantly got this picture in my head of like you put the word inside of you, you read the word, but sometimes when stuff happens and things might not be going so well, or something pokes you, that's what I say sometimes. It's just, they're all little pokes, and that is part of life. And sometimes what we need to do, what the Lord was showing me, is I just saw this picture of actually I saw I think it's a Nacho Libre, and I think Jack Black has on this really tight suit, and he has this belt thing on over it, and he yanks the belt like super tight. And that's what I feel like the Lord is saying that we need to do, is sometimes we have to tighten the belt of truth around us. And in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 14 is where it says, "Stand firm then, with the belt of truth buckled around your waist." So the beginning of that says stand firm. So again, the Lord is good, and he always tells us how we can do these things. We don't have to play a guessing game. So how do you stand firm in the midst of whatever is discouraging you, stressing you out, whatever it is? How do you do that? Well, you tighten up the belt of truth. So some of us, our belt of truth is like on the, super loose, like the last little hole or whatever, because it's not like in us. It's not in us tight enough. So it's like, not pressing against us when other stuff presses against us. So what we need to do is we need to tighten it up another notch, and then we need to keep tightening it up another notch again, and another notch again, and another notch again, and until we are literally like, this other stuff in life is always trying to squeeze us, but the belt of truth, we need to be squeezed by the belt of truth, so that the truth is dominating over top of situations, feelings, circumstances, all the things of life that, again, we all deal with. We all deal with stuff, and we all need to know that we have God's word to apply to our life. He did not leave us empty-handed, or you're on your own and it'll be better when you get to heaven. No, it can be better now if you walk with God and you do things his way and how he has instructed us to do it. So we have the belt of truth, and we have all those other pieces in the armor of God. I'm not going to go over all those right now, because the belt of truth, that's just what the Lord was showing me. And also, I'll tell you what, sometimes when you tighten it, like for instance, the day that the Lord was showing me this, I wasn't even reading, it just came to me, but I was really standing in faith about something that it just kept clogging my mind, and it wasn't truth. And so I was just battling that in my mind, and I was coming against it though with, wait, this is not what God says. God's truth says this. I know this. And so I'm like, okay, I'm tightening up my belt of truth. And the enemy is, I don't like to talk about him and give him credit, but we do need to know that the enemy is strategic, and he tries to again, always poke and scheme against us. And just as soon as I felt like I was in a place of victory about this, and like, okay, something happen to kind of poke me again. And the enemy will keep doing that if he thinks you're not going to stand firm. But guess what? When that something was said to me, I didn't agree with it, because what was said to me did not agree with God's word. It was contrary to God's word. Therefore, I'm not agreeing with that. I'm not confessing that or believing that, because that's not what God's word says. So again, I had to tighten it up another notch. and that's what we all have to do every day, so we can keep tightening up that belt of truth. And how do we get more truth? We read God's word and we get it inside of us. And then we can continue to live in that place of victory, knowing that we can stand firm and we can keep standing, because he's given us what we need to do it. So don't give up. No matter, how you're feeling or what you're going through, don't give up. Please know that God is for you. He is on your side, and dig into his word and stand on what he says about things instead of what your mind's telling you, other people are telling you, whatever. Believe God and take him at his word and tighten that truth around you.